As a matter of fact, you may have noticed a certain path I took that went straight to another Chucky-like killer out in what looked like an attic.
Uh-huh.
That's actually the way to another remote, so we can honestly just jump cut straight to that one.
Okay, we'll see you then.
But first...
Oh, God. Frickin' trouble.
Yeah. Trouble indeed.
I don't know what the second
Let's
one
go
was.
take care of that first.
Fine.
Hooey!
I'm gonna look up the composer of the game.
Okay.
Man, we've been going a long time in this one.
Yeah, those
this
unfortunately
hub is
are
very-
some of the longer levels in the game. And rest assured, the fifth hub in general is actually not that long at all. There's only 2 moderately sized levels, and then there's the final level, which only has 1 red remote to worry about.
Well, at that point,
Right.
the final remote, we would trouble in Uranus. Oh my God. Well, in your oh no. Well, at that point,
That's Uranus.
on and in are 2 very different prepositions to be dealing with it. What are we wearing?
I have no idea. It looks like, you know what? Maybe this was the Richard Simmons cosplay we were meant to wear.
Maybe. But yeah, it was well, I mean, at that point, for the final level, that would be when we swap over to your other save file, right? To get the best ending?
Yeah. Well, at least for, again, I don't have to worry about that with, like, the boss fight.
Right. Need looking platforms.
So you may be wondering, how can I breathe out in space wearing this gaudy thing? Well, goodbye!
I just kind of gave up.
Well, technically, you still can't because this level does have a timer.
You're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Technically. You know what? It may not be... He might not have his oxygen levels may not be as strong as Guybrush Threepwood, but that's still mildly impressive.
He will still commit and never quit. I like Danger Will Robinson.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's him.
But yeah,
That's where he's been.
I was just about to say, like, I know doing this would just make the series jump the shark more than it did in Escape, but that would be like a true testament to Guybrush's lung capacity if he could survive in space in 10 minutes.
Honestly, they were made weren't those games made by the same company? Like, no. You know, no. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's LucasArts.
I was confusing Space Quest, but that was Sierra, not LucasArts.
Right.
Space Quest and King's Quest were Sierra, and
Yep.
to a lesser degree, not Tail Time, frickin' oh god, the game where you just want to have sex and that's it. Leisure Suit Larry. Yeah, Leisure Suit Larry. That was also Sierra.
Cars are real.
Oddly enough, Leisure Suit Sierra, I want to say was either written by or co-written by the remote was either co-written by or helped written by the dude's wife.
Huh.
It's like a husband and wife duo wrote those games between King's Quest and all that, and then whatever happened to that King's Quest reboot that was totally not trying to ape on Telltale with Tom Kenny involved?
It didn't last long because I think I only had 2 episodes.
Oh, hello.
Oh, James, no, James, we still have another horror level to finish.
Fair. We'll tackle that first. Then we'll tackle that last horror section, and then we'll head straight to the Godzilla parody.
I think we're missing a level though, aren't we? Oh no, because we did prehistoric. That's right, yeah. So this Haunted one is the last level of this odd.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Again, we should all be good, and all fine and good. That being said, as I was saying earlier before, the next remote I'll be getting in the Poltergeist, well, we already saw the pathway to it, so we'll just go ahead and take care of that first. So, be right back.
That was me flopping over, but I don't know if the mic registered. I'll keep an eye on it.
I didn't hear it.
I'll have to play that back and see how it sounded, but if not, I'll just mute it. Scatman Crothers, you can't do that with Saxman Crothers.
I didn't even get what he said about Scatman Crothers.
I heard like Saxman or something, but
It's something about an axe. Axe in the chest.
Oh. Well, it's about that time of day again to get into the wild world of Gex. As my children kindly refer to him as, Uncle, get out of here. I'm playing Gex.
That is not what Scatman Crothers sounds like.
It could be. It was at this moment where I also started wondering, why did my children call me Uncle? Very
That's
good.
what
Very.
also
That was
wrote.
like very good contribution to that conversation, guys.
Well, shit. You know, at that point, why not just keep the footage?
Don't. I'm stupid. This is not at all what people should be hearing. This is me just rambling shit to keep ourselves entertained as we go through this.
Well, I was gonna continue off your joke about like why they call me uncle, why my children call me uncle. I was gonna add on to that. It's like, for that matter, why do I have children? I'm not even married.
You know, it's a good thing we never had that fourth Gex game where apparently he had little nephews.
Really, they were gonna do that? They're gonna pull a DuckTales?
No, I'm just.
I straight up thought that that's what they would have done. That they would have just parodied.
My Uncle Krabs!
I forgot about that.
Get out of here!
We never do hear anything about the rest of Gex's extended family.
We see them in that
Yeah.
Euro picture.
We saw
but
a whole
that's-
photo of them like in the beginning of the first game, and we know that his father died after some sort of
in the war.
Not in the.
Well, he was a war veteran. He
wasn't
was a war veteran. That's how he had money. But it was like, wasn't it? It
Oh,
was,
no,
it was
that
like,
was that was the uncle.
oh,
that was the
it was like a
uncle.
jet ski. It was like a jet skiing accident.
Not jet ski. I think he was an astronaut.
Oh, that's right.
Right, that was the whole thing we were talking about with Chris.
Oh,
It's one of those. Whatever the case is, like we never do get to learn anything more about Gex's extended family because I think by that point even the devs didn't care.
I mean, it's for the same reason that like you'll find more lore and story like written in like a manual or a store page than will actually be in the game.
Right. It's again. This is like that era where they added in a lot more context than what they probably would have gotten away with putting into the game itself.
Well, that's like that. Well, that was like a kind of a vestigial thing of gaming back then. Was like sometimes there'd be story, there'd be enough story to fill in the gaps in the manual, and the story found in the game was only just enough that the game. Damn, it was only whatever the game needed to actually be like complete. Like there wouldn't be any more story, any less story. Just once the story of the game was done, that was it. And you would either read about it in a manual or in a post-credit scene or something.
Yeah.
Or one of those questionably canon scholastic chapter books.
Oh yeah. Or the
Because I know there was one such case with Blaster Master of all things, where most of like the stuff between like Eve and all that was mostly alluded to in those books, and somehow it ended up being canon later.
I'm surprised Scholastic made books for that.
I don't even know if it's Scholastic. I just know it was like some series called Worlds of Power,
Look this up, Master Blaster.
which were pretty much like chapter book adaptations of certain video games like Ninja Gaiden and Blaster Master.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've actually seen here Worlds of Power, the Blaster Master Wiki. No, okay, I'm gonna look this up. I'm actually very curious now.
While you look that up, we're gonna head right to the morgue.
Man.
Why? You don't want to go to the morgue hype?
Do you?
You saying you're better than dead people? I mean, you are because you're not dead. That's a very important key feature. But we'll see you guys there in a second. Hurry. Let's see, Blaster Master. I'm very sorry. I'm going really weird today.
Why are
You're
you?
fine.
It's like I was jokingly gonna be like, why are you being so mean to us lately, Logan? When did you think we pissed in your Cheerios?
This is what happens when I have.
Why is it that I damn it, I was thinking the exact same.
This
fucking
is
thing.
where I don't know. Like I had a decent day at work, and I guess all of that like sarcasm and sass I usually have at work because I don't like it had to come out somewhere, and this is my outlet now, and so I'm.
You don't understand. You don't understand. If I don't choose someone out, my body will explode.
I don't know. So let's see. So okay. So
Of all the days for the boss man to take an off day.
So Worlds of Power. So the following books were made into Worlds of Power. Blaster Master was actually the first one. Then Metal Gear got its own book.
Jeez.
Ninja.
Wow.
Well, let's note, folks, that the Worlds of Power, as far as I'm concerned, was primarily a Western thing, and all we had back then was the NES version of Metal Gear.
Yeah. So this is based off the old '87.
So take that for what you will.
I really wonder how well that book went down. Let's see. We had Ninja Gaiden. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest got one, but not the first Castlevania.
I wonder how. I do wonder if they actually went to the actual nitty gritty details as far as Castlevania 2's plot.
It gets
I
rough.
feel like I feel like at best they would do Castlevania 2's plot, but but only in a way similarly to how tactfully Captain N would do Castlevania 2's plot.
Oh,
With
jeez.
good old Launchpad McBelmont.
You know, a part of me does wonder what it would have been like if, Captain N actually did try to do Castlevania 2, because the whole plot of that game was that Dracula cursed Simon, and literally his whole entire body was deteriorating.
Right, and hence the whole curse that would, make him... Wasn't that it would make him lose health or have weakened state at night or something like that in the first game?
Basically,
Or in the second game,
enemies were harder. I know enemies were harder at night, and if you failed to beat the game within a certain time frame, then Simon would die at the end.
Damn.
I feel like what they would do for Captain N to just play off how vain he is in that series, instead of making it die, it would be like, the spell would progressively start making him older.
Oh.
I mean, I could see that working.
Beyond that, I know there was one other big thing that I remember being funny, and of all things, maybe I'll do it live? I don't know. Dust and Elysian Tale, I remember we tried that at one point with Jordy, but I may have to try that live or something, but it's been a while. But
that must have been years
It was
ago.
a long time.
I don't remember us doing Dust at any point.
it was a look at, I think, but we didn't. Anyway, right, the Secret Furniture. Texas Chainsaw Manicure. Oh. These actually look like really nice paintings suddenly.
Thankfully, this is the only thing we have to worry about here.
Okay. But yeah, no, it was, what do you have to say about this?
No, I wanted the pit there and the pendulum there.
Well, too bad.
And what's with all the floating tables?
It messes up the feng shui so badly, I swear to goodness.
You have any idea how much that's going to murder our budget?
I swear to Satan, if the burning head painting is not askew by just a little bit next to the bloodied mouth painting of the tween vampire, I will curse you.
Ironically, this was actually, now that I think about it, I know this was definitely before Twilight, but I want to say this was just after, 4 years after Interview with a Vampire.
Oh right. Oh dude, that's an old. Wow, I forgot how old that movie or that series actually was. But okay, sorry. So back to the thing with Silver Castlevania. So then Wizards and Warriors was the next book.
Hey, they're good looking.
Hey.
What's cooking?
Old art. They never got my left. They never got my good side. Bionic Commando got a book.
That's not terribly surprising.
And then there was Infiltrator before Shadowgate, so I guess a prequel to Shadowgate. Interesting. And then for the Junior Edition books, Mega Man 2 got a Worlds of Power book. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that one. And then the only other book made was something called Bases Loaded 2, second season. And then, yeah, as James said, a game called Blaster Master Blasting Again actually tried to adapt some of the bits from that book. You said it, Gex. Just,
ouch.
I just love his little and that, yes, then they carried that over into Blaster Master Zero, so it's now canon.
Yep. It's very rare to actually see. Wait, was I even supposed to? No, I guess not. Oh, it was probably just for the extra collectibles, but yeah, that's one of the rare few times I can think of where video game canon actually did take stuff from a novelization or something like that.
Oh, real? I'm now looking at this. He at one point wanted to novelize the game Myst, a game based about the magic of writing and teleporting to mystical worlds through books, and he never got to make it into a book.
Reminds me of Halloween
Man.
And we're just all thinking, why? Why
That would have been the best time. I'm looking up the World of Power of Mega Man 2 though. What the hell? Let's see.
I mean, granted, I understand that Mega Man, for all intents and counts, is pretty, kid friendly. But I have to wonder what got that constituted for the Junior Edition as opposed to the regular.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for this premise?
Let's hear it.
So, the novel actually follows the game. Actually, it even apparently in the book, it would even offer game hints at the end of every chapter. Besides the added dialogue, the one major variation is that this is the premise: Dr. Light, fearing Mega Man's chances against Dr. Wily's new, more powerful robot masters, decided to duplicate Mega Man to improve his chances.
Wait, fearing?
He was trying to, yeah. However, Dr. Light accidentally turns Mega Man into a human being.
What? Oh, so it was just a literal Pinocchio.
Yeah, a difficulty he must endure throughout the story. And the book's cover art also lacks the gun from the box art, because they didn't want that in the production. Only other errors I can find here is that Airman's weakness, they said, was the metal blade. He's immune to it, technically. The book said the book said the metal blade was his weakness, but no, I think it bounces off of him in the game. I think that's why he needs a bracer.
I want to say that you could still use the metal blade if you were playing on the game's normal difficulty.
Oh, that could be it. But yeah, I know. Otherwise, it's leaf shield. And then the other error was that the guts dozer. Oh, is that they said that the guts dozer was impervious to every weapon but the crash bomber. But no, most of the bosses in Wily's temple, except for the I forgot the word for it, but that one boss where it's just a bunch of little nodes that all shoot at you. That one you need crash bomb, but
that one you need crash bomber for, and it's like.
But I don't like that. Is one of my least favorite bosses because
still and forever probably the cheapest boss
for
in the
sure.
entire Mega Man franchise.
Because straight up, it just will hit you. You can't dodge its attacks, and if you don't do it well,
that and assuming if you don't have like a full stock of crash bombs,
right, you're done. You cannot get out of that level in time. You're just that was so bad. And the other reason, apart from that, they made an error. Apart from that boss, Guts Dozer, the dragon, everyone, it's the quick boomerang you want.
Right.
Whee!
Yeah, it's a shame that even like a book for children would have to have so many errors.
How dare they? Now, if I was the one writing it, Otto's biography would have the greatest... I'm sorry.
Man, imagine an Otto biopic.
I mean...
That would be an autobiography.
It would be, but
And
that is the name of my comedy special, coming this week to HBO Max.
They're never gonna put Fully Charged on HBO Max.
They're not.
I will be cancelled after 2 seasons, just like the Jerry Springer show in this dimension.
Nope.
This is what happens when my brain is bereft of caffeine.
Yeah, and I'm just like, not for nothing. I think we're starting to get to a point where I'm hoping we tap out soon.
We're almost done. As soon as we get this. Oh, that's
after we're done with this. Yeah, after we're done with this, then we're definitely heading straight to the boss, and then we'll call it a session.
And then honestly, beyond that, we just have one hub and one bonus stage left. And careful now. Careful now.
Because it's like
here, just to save you guys some stress.
Thank you.
And watch him get it on his first try.
I don't doubt it.
Okay.
Because here, see, just like that. But we still have these floating tables left to or we just take the stairs.
Oh. In hindsight, I probably should have installed like a secret ramp or something. Can you just bounce up there? I think you just bounce up and tongue on the platform.
No, it's just high enough to where his tongue can't reach it.
Man, they were smart.
But meanwhile, Dracula's like, I probably shouldn't have put stairs. Like every guest who comes in, they all take the stairs. Like no one's. I'm gonna run out of flying tables at this rate.
That would have pretty much would have been the key thing to actually stump Belmont straight in his tracks if he didn't have a stairway straight to his lair.
Only then would the Belmont strut be caught and it would be snuffed out in its prime. And oh gosh!
What the? That.
Well, before that had that little cock tease there, little did Dracula know, he forgot that he also installed invisible stairs.
Oh.
I am a madman.
Careful. And then, why did you jump into that?
Whoop.
Part of me was wondering if he would try to hold that until I beat the level.
Beats the Matterhorn. What are you gonna do?
I actually was genuinely trying to. I think Discord cut me off halfway through, but I actually up until that moment was still trying to hold it as long as I could.
Yeah, because it did sound like you stopped after.
No, curse you, Discord, trying to.
Sir, Mrs. alive.
Careful. Oh.
I think he's referring to me, boys.
I do wish enemies would drop some kind of health.
Be nice.
I mean, honestly, some of this may as well be rotting flesh that flies are attracted to.
Yeah. He does it. Boingy, boingy, boingy.
This is what happens when you do 2 sessions back to back.
Uninstall
Well, it's not even just a matter of
uninstall one. Jump on. Go ahead.
It's not even just a matter of 2 sessions back to back, because we've done that before. It's just that this particular session ended up being a little bit lengthier than I expected it to be.
These levels with the 3 remotes were definitely beefier than normal. But hey, we did
if it means anything, we're not too far from the end, because I think with that, all we'll have left after the boss is the fifth hub, and that in itself, I mean, should more or less be like half the length of what we went through in total today.
Right. So
yeah.
So, you go ahead.
I was with that. It's time for us to finally engage with our inner kaiju.
Bless you.
So you're saying that Gex's ego is much bigger than that of his own head?
Yes. Only now can we fully appreciate the man, the god, that is Gexzilla versus...
Mecharex. Well, what the...
It's the boss. They always taunt us before we enter these guys.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what we got.
So, Mecharex. We're fighting him as Gexzilla, and it's honestly not that hard of a fight, but it is kind of amusing in a way.
Honestly, the HUD and everything is also reminding me of freaking what was it? Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters.
You know,
kind of feels like it.
You know what I'm reminded of when I see this floor here? You ever been to, like, I say dentist's office because I've seen them there, but they're probably in doctor's offices as well, where they have that placemat that has like a bird's eye view of a city.
Oh yeah, no, and it's either that or like it'll be made of cloth and it'll be like the floor for a playroom for like all the cars to ride on.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of Luigi's Mansion 3.
Well,
also, that sound is straight up stock footage of Godzilla's roar.
It's just Godzilla's roar.
That is just straight up that.
Yeah, I just say like those little children's playmats because the way the city looks here looks exactly like that.
But yeah, what you're seeing me do is more or less how to beat the fight. Is that wait for Mecharex to literally dash, and then you'll more or less be open to a tail whack.
But
afterwards he'll jump on top of a building. In which case you want to topple him down.
I also just noticed that his charge doesn't even do damage to you. It just kind of stuns you. It's his beam attack you really just want to worry about. Oh.
But already he's literally halfway done. But watch out, because he will build up an attack while he's on a building, so you want to get right to him ASAP, unless you want to endure his wrath.
Yeah, I would say this boss doesn't actually look all that bad.
It's really not. I'd honestly argue this is one of the easier fights in the game, aside from the Tiki Brothers.
That being said, I was kind of surprised because it's been a staple for every other level and even every other boss. Gex actually shut his devil damn mouth when he entered.
You're right. Well, I mean, maybe he just screamed all his... I'm on your side! Stop shooting me!
Stop it!
Free reign!
Ow, okay, we actually gotta be careful. Do we still have that, oh no, we don't have that, Dragonfly anymore.
Nope, it's gone.
Just a few more good hits. And,
man, I wish I could actually... honestly, I wish he didn't have invincibility frames.
I know. Oh, there you go.
Also, somewhere around here, I think we can find the literal Crystal Dynamics building.
We probably destroyed it at this point.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
I think.
No, that's a Japanese logo on the left, I thought.
It's Gex fighting what looks like an alien.
It looks like Mecharex himself.
Maybe.
Come on, dash at me! Ow!
I was like, be careful, dude. And...
one hit in a dream!
Yeah.
That's
there
it.
you are.
Oh, it was him. Maybe he was the... Oh, actually, they even gave him, like, Godzilla spines on his back. Cute.
Yeah, that's a cute detail.
There you
but
go!
Yeah, that's it. Gexzilla wins yet again. And all that's left is the head honcho himself, who's a lot smaller in person.
Mm-hmm. You say that now, just get ready. Proportionally, he is smaller to Mecharex, but to us, a baby Gex, it's going to be quite the feat of strength required for the final hub.
Yep. So, from this point onward, we only have 2 levels left to go through. Well, actually, no. We have 3 levels left to go through. 4 if we also count the last gold remote bonus.
Right.
So let's go ahead and take a very brief tour around there before we call it a session.
Why not?
Yes, I know you guys want your sleep, but it's also
I mean, give us a chance to think over our life choices that led to this moment.
Also, I love how the more TVs that spawn, the more processing power it requires, and thus slows the game down to a crawl. And I fucking hate it.
Oh, for sure.
But you just said you loved it.
But you just said I don't. But you just said that you hate me. I like you, love, no. So Kung Fu Theater.
I forgot to inform you that today is technically opposite day.
No.
I thought today was Monday.
Oh God. All this time I've been so loving to you all instead of mean as I thought I once was. So there's space, Kung Fu Theater. This hub can get a little annoying because all the TVs are separated by the platforms instead.
And yeah, this platform here would not be available unless you got 26 red remotes, which we're well past that.
Woo! So this would take us to the boss.
Right. So that and the final level of the game. However, that all said and done.
Why?
And
What a
my
lovely
suffering already.
All right, Mr. Dana Cole, we'll stop right there. On that note, we'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
Tail time!